So the truth is that we're here tonight for really a major celebration. But the first thing I want to make sure is that everybody knows very, very well, and everybody knows very clearly that tonight's celebration is really not about me. It really isn't. And what it is, it's a celebration of tremendous siyata d'shmaya, because had you asked me 13 years ago if the shir would continue every single week, and tonight they contacted me from the Lakewood Shopper or something. He said it's like 670 some odd shiurim straight with Baruch Hashem. We did not miss a week for the past 13 years. And the thank you for that really goes to Hashem for giving us tremendous, tremendous siyata d'shmaya, that wherever we are, wherever we've been in the world over the last 13 years, that we've been zoicha to give over the Torah of the Nesivos Shalom. And I would have never thought a shir that was just supposed to be a Dvar Torah that was said for 1 week turned into something where it's mind-boggling to me just to even say the words that thousands of people every week get to listen to the shir from Eretz Yisrael to the United States to Australia to Europe, and I hear from these people. It gives me tremendous chizuk to hear about it. In the first couple of years that we started this year, it was because Yosef Motherpearl from the Southside Sandwich Shop asked me to say it Dvar Torah one Thursday night when I walked in with my boys into his then small store next to the railroad on Route 9. Actually, the train would pass in the background every Thursday night, and I'd have to shout over the train. It literally went right through the backyard of the Southside Sandwich Shop then. And for about 5-6 years, we did the shir then. And then we moved here, where it, Baruch Hashem, turned into a major event every Thursday night here with the wonderful, fantastic people of Bikur Cholim of Lakewood here. And you all really deserve a tremendous, tremendous Yasher Koyach, tremendous thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out here every Thursday night in the snow, in the rain, in the heat, in the cold, every single Thursday night, of course, with the beautiful Toyamel here. And really, my wish is that we should be zoicha to do this for many, many more years together. We should take the show for good to Yerushalayim. We should spend the time there together and be able to continue. I consider it a tremendous chus. About a week ago, I went to the Kever Nesivos Shalom on Har Zaysim, and I was having in mind that we're going to be doing this 13 years, and I was thinking to myself, there was a Slonim Chassid there that was talking to me, he happens to know me, and he was telling me that they actually know about it over there, that there's someone in the world that said about 2,000, this shir that we do on Thursday night, I've been saying a shir at the same time also on Friday night in the neighborhood in the shul, and we started that shir 5-6 years before we even started the sandwich shop. But obviously, Baruch Hashem, not one of those shiurim is on video or audio. It's all on Shabbos. And they actually know about it over there. And it's a tremendous chus for me to say today almost 2,000 shiurim. And over here, the Thursday night shir, we're getting close to somewhere between 650, 670 shiurim. Baruch Hashem, we're not counting exactly. And we look forward, Emir Hashem, to all getting the schusim of the Nesivos Shalom, that we're all have a part in spreading His Torah. And once we're here, of course, we're gonna keep it in the same amount of time. We're gonna say a short shir on the parsha this week, Parshas Toldos, Tavshin Pei Gimel. And one of the things in this week's parsha, the Torah speaks to us about this amazing episode of Yitzchak giving the brachas. And Yitzchak actually wanted to give the brachos, unbelievably fascinating. He wanted to give the brachos to Esav. And the Torah tells us in detail about every step of the way, all the things that happened, how Yitzchak was setting it up, and then Rivka had other plans. And the Torah goes through it, and since everyone loves and wants brachos, we know that. And when people today especially spend lots of resources and time flying all around the world, searching and touring the world for brachas, so it befits us really to study this subject and this parsha and to understand what it is from the original, from our Avos. What is a bracha? What did they mean? What did Yitzchak want to do when he was giving the brachos to his children? So Yitzchak calls his older son, he calls Esav, and he tells Esav to get his hunting gear and go out and hunt some animals that Yitzchak says that he likes for food. And with that, Yitzchak would bless Esav, he'd give him a bracha. And the Mefarshim, including the Nesivos Shalom, they ask so many questions really about every step of what goes on here in the Parsha. But let's start with the question of what exactly did Yitzchak see in Esav. It's clear from the Torah that Yitzchak was channeling, he wanted to give, or however we understand such a complicated episode here in the Torah, but it seems that Yitzchak wanted to give the brachas to Esav. What did Yitzchak Avinu see in Esav that he wanted to give him the brachas? So the Nesivos Shalom says that Yitzchak thought that Yaakov and Esav are going really in two different good ways of Avodas Hashem. Yaakov Avinu, we know exactly what he was. Yaakov Avinu was Kodesh Kodashim, totally removed from any shaykhis to Olam Hazeh. And like Chazal say about, Gemara says about Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, Harbe Asuk, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, these type of people that were totally mufka from Olam Hazeh, nothing to do with Gashmias and Avodas Hashem of Ruchnias only. But Esav was different. Yitzchak thought that Esav was an Oved Hashem with all of Olam Hazeh. That's what Yitzchak thought Esav was. That Esav was going to hunt. Esav was a hunter. Esav was going to hunt and use, and everything he catches, and everything that he traps, and everything that he acquires, he's going to use it all for Avodas Hashem. And through that, Esav would bring tikkun to the world. The world needs tikkun, and Esav was going to go out and hunt down the gashmias of the world and be misakeh in each thing in the world to make a Kiddush Hashem with it. Because essentially, that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from every one of us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu understands that not very many of us are on the madrega of a Yaakov Avinu. Hashem understands that we're going to go out in the world, and what Hashem wants essentially is that we should bring it home. Whatever you do, whatever you come encounter, whatever you come in contact with in the world, you are meant to live in this world. You bring it back and you make a Kiddush Hashem with it. Just like the Mishkan. The Torah tells us by the Mishkan that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted a dira b'tachtoinim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted a place to live on this world. Not that he should live up there where people are above everything in this world. Hashem Dafka wanted to be down here with us, a dwelling place amongst us here in this world. And Yitzchak thought that Esav was busy doing that. Esav was busy doing what the message that we've said over many times from the Medrash Magid, Zchus Yagam Aleinu, on the words in davening of Malah Haaretz Kinyonecha. And the Medrash Magid, Zchus Yagam Aleinu, he says a beautiful drush, a beautiful translation of these words, Malah haaretz kinyonecha, that you look around the world. When you go out every morning, you go out in the world, Malah haaretz kinyonecha, the world is full of ways to acquire, to be Koina Hashem. That's one way of translating those words. Look around every day, all day, when you eat, when you drink, when you work, when you do any other type of worldly activity, you can make a Kiddush Hashem. You can acquire Hashem with the regular things that we do every day. If a person sits in a group of people and does not speak Lashon Hara, a person speaks Divrei Torah, when a person is kind to someone else, when a person stays calm, and when a person is considerate, Malah haaretz kinyonecha dafka, Malah haaretz, Aretz referring to Gashmias, referring to Aretz, to this world. This world is full of ways where every day you can make a Kiddush Hashem. And Dafka in this world of Olam Hazeh, in this world has so much Gashmias, so much going on that could be connected what we would feel as the Ratzon Hashem. Hashem tells us that what He wants essentially is that you should live your life in this world, live the way of Kiddush Hashem get through Gashmias. And that's what's going on here. It says in Nesivos Shalom in our Parsha. Yitzchak thought that the tikkun of this world would come through Esav, who was busy with everything in this world, and not through Yaakov Avinu, who was totally mufka, had nothing to do with Olam Hazeh, sat in the Beis Medrash a whole day. Avada, that's a tremendous way of serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But Yitzchak understood that Esav, the way Esav was doing his avodah, he thought that was going to be the tikkun for the world. Yaakov was like a malach to Yitzchak Avinu. A malach does not need brachos. So that's why he wanted to give the brachos to Esav. A malach is already naturally blessed. So by Yehav Yitzchak as Esav, Yitzchak said, "So no kelyecha," that he told Esav, "Go lift it up, go out and hunt." So no, lift it up. V'tzei hasadeh, go out in the world. Shake off the gashmias and olam hazeh and use it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And since you are a person, he said to Esav, who knows how to hunt, you need to do it dafka that way, to work, to hunt, to work on Avodas Hashem, and do how you do it. It can't be min hamuchan. You have to go out and work on it. It can't be prepared foods. And the brachas would help Esav do that. So Yitzchak Avinu wanted to give Esav the brachas. But Rivka, of course, we know, Rivka felt differently. Rivka felt that the tikkun of the world would come dafka through Yaakov Avinu. It wasn't enough, Rivka felt, to do the Avodas Hashem and the Gashmias. Rivka felt that it's going to come through Torah. And ultimately we know Rivka got her way. And Yitzchak at the end obviously realized that too, that whatever he thought Esav was doing, Esav had other things on his mind. And that the brachos had to be given to Yaakov Avinu to perpetuate, to grow Klal Yisrael, Avodas Hashem. Rivka saw it first, and then Yitzchak Avinu saw it too, that what Esav was doing was not the kind of Avodas Hashem that Yitzchak really wanted. So Yitzchak gave the bracha of V'yiten lecha Elokim to Yaakov. He gave the bracha to give godliness to everything that Yaakov does. The bracha is dafka that we do the gashmias v'yiten lecha Elokim. That with everything that we do, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to be involved. Where all the gashmias and everything that we have and everything we do is all for Hashem. And we as Jews, we as people who live the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants the world to be lived, we go out and we understand that we live in a world of gashmias, and we raise the level of everything that we come in contact. We raise the level of our personal encounters. We raise the level of the way we work, the way we eat, the way we serve Hashem, the way we are perceived by the general public. We raise it all up, and with that, we understand that we take the brachos that Yitzchak Avinu gave to Yaakov, and we use those brachos. And once we're in the parsha of brachos, we want to say that everybody here should be zoicha taka to the brachos of V'yiten lecha Elokim. Every one of you is part of this tremendous Havatas HaTorah, this tremendous dedication to come week after week, every week, to learn the Torah of Nesivos Shalom. And I'm sure Nesivos Shalom is proud of every one of us that such a shir in the world exists. Let's hope that we continue for many years together. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here, and thank you for giving me the most wonderful 13 years until today. Thank you. Good Shabbos, everyone.